Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Biomutant. I've been fairly interested in this game for a little while. Have you heard anything about this game, Dylan?
I've heard very little, and then you and I watched the opening, which was the trailer, and that's kind of it. That's all I got.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for some high-level Pixar, mutagenic action here.
I would temper your expectations just a little bit. This is not a great game.
But why?
I'll tell you that up front. It's not a great game.
Okay.
It's a very ambitious game that is a little bit of a mess. But those are exactly the kind of games that tend to be the most fun. So let's take a look.
They shouldn't have spent so much time on the 310 mutants. They should have just spent time on one.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So I already started a game, and that game is just past the tutorial area. It's about 45 minutes in, and we'll jump to there in just a minute.
That's the Tim timeline.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, first we got the Dylon timeline to take care of.
Yeah, I wanted to show you this character creator because it's very interesting. Okay, so we'll put it on hard.
Yeah, this is a hard character that we're making.
Zoom in. Ooh,
it's a buggy. It's a buggy.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Oh, he hopped. I'm gonna turn this game up too, because
the bug's got to find his master.
That's true.
It's our Cricky. Hi, Cricky. And so this is you.
Encode your DNA.
Oh.
You must encode your DNA.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so now you get to choose your breed. You have Primal.
Okay.
Dumdon.
Oh, that sounds
which
right.
Dumdon is the least developed anthropomorphic breed.
Sweet.
The Rex, the Hyla, the Fip, and the Murgle.
Oh, can I see the Fip real quick? Oh,
yeah.
Wowie. Mom said you had to play a 2-player game, dude. Come on, bro. Oh, big bro. Oh.
He's definitely the possum of the family.
Oh, okay, go to the Dum Dum.
Okay.
Okay, so the Dumdon is the least developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensate the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. Really?
Well, look at the stats.
I guess, but he's got real thin arms, I'm seeing.
Don't worry.
Okay.
There is more.
We'll get there. Can you hit me with you hit me with the randomize real quick? Hit it again.
It took you right to the Fip, so that's got to be you, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do Fip. Let's do Fip.
Okay.
Oh, wowie.
Define your character's starting attributes. To see more detailed explanation of what each attribute does, you can press the back button. I'm not going to press the back button because I don't care.
Okay. Let's do this is more of like a couples test. So you tell me what you would give me.
Okay, so actually this one's a little bit different, so I'm just going to show you this real quick. You see the genetic code down there?
Yeah.
Watch it.
Whoa. Can you
and
put
now
in a
look
seed?
at your. No.
Damn.
Look at your body this time.
Okay, I will. Tim, stop! Okay.
So as you change around the genetic code, you actually change the physical attributes of your character a little bit.
Cool. I like that a lot, actually.
So if you want to be a strong boy, you get to go up here and you can be a strong, beefy boy with big, beefy arms. Look at that.
Okay, I have a request.
But you lose, if you see your stats over there, you lose charisma, you lose agility, intellect, and strength.
That's
But you get 99 fucking melee strength.
That's very exciting. Okay, so can you go back and give me that Dum-Dum class again?
Encode your DNA.
Yeah, give me that.
Define your
Now make him
genetic
really, just straight down. Charisma and intelligence out the waz. Yes, that's me. That's me. There it is. There it is. There it is. I'm just not good at nothing.
I'm a jackal. I'm a jackal.
That's
I'm a
it.
jackal.
I'm a Batoat.
genetic resilience.
Okay. Choose your genetic resilience.
Okay.
So this doesn't change anything about your physical attributes. I know, I wish.
That stunk.
Yeah, I know.
The fart that you just said out of your mouth.
But you can choose your resistances.
I'm really resistant to cold, but really not to heat, so yeah. I'm good with that. Yeah, because I'm sweating up a storm in here.
Okay.
Yeah, just
cool.
straight bottom.
Style.
And now you can choose your first style.
Oh.
So I wish I could zoom in a little bit, unfortunately.
It's okay,
I can't.
I'm real up close. That's a
Okay.
sentence that I'm proud of.
But let me give you a little bit so you can see the
There you
tail
go,
change
there you
too,
go.
because the tail does change.
Oh my god. Can we get in our small clothes so I can see my back?
I wish. Unfortunately not. This is what you got for the moment. But there's
okay.
Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of fox-like.
This is very cool. Is this like, are you on a dial system here? Or like...
Yeah, yes and no. Like, it's not dials so much that it can shift from one to the other. It's like a steel drum. Each section of the circle represents a choice.
Gotcha. I wish they would
there are
show that.
There are no in-between notes.
Yeah,
yes,
what the
I agree.
fuck?
It would be much better as a selector. Like a drop-down menu,
Yeah,
but
I'll take
whatever.
a fucking checkbox, you know? Okay, yeah, just give me that. Give me that leopard print.
Well, we haven't gotten over here yet.
I know. They're all really good, but leopard print speaks to me.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, it's just
This one here?
I just want to line up the inside of all my coats with that. So it might.
Well,
as
now you got color.
Yeah, go.
So-
Can we go like a bright orange? I want to evoke like Chester here. Yeah, not the Cheeto one. My cat.
Yeah.
Little
So, like-
little browner than that. Yeah. lower that brightness.
Okay. Yeah.
A little more left. A little darker. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Oh.
And
yeah,
this isn't the ears. This is just the back color.
No,
here.
yeah. That's good.
So something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And now you got your secondary color,
Okay.
which would be the bright
yeah.
spots.
Give me like a cream, like a nice creamy yellow. Can you turn the camera so we can see the front? Oh yeah. Oh, sun kissed.
So like that.
A little brighter. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, find a sweet spot. I wish you could do like, I think, what's the game? Final Fantasy 14 does it really well, where it gives you, when you're creating your character, it gives you like lighting options and clothes options.
Yeah.
So you can
yeah.
kind of
I
see
know what you mean. So you
everything
can really
you
see.
need.
Yeah. And now you get to choose a class.
Oh shit. Okay. So,
you got
me
Deadeye.
calling breed a class was a faux pas.
Yes.
A folks paw.
It's just like D&D, where there is breed and class.
Yeah. No, I love it.
The Deadeye gives you perfect reload.
But then I don't have an eye.
Mercenary.
You'll see that all of them are missing an eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
But what if they didn't?
But now you've got the mercenary.
Yeah.
Uh,
With a revolver too. That's awesome.
yeah. Everybody has a ranged weapon at least, and then melee weapons.
Cool.
So this guy has a dual melee weapon skill. So you get to dual wield swords.
Commando.
The commando,
Oh yeah, Charlie
which
Sheen.
is just kind of all ranged weapons, and then like a knife for close-up kills.
Yeah.
Cypher.
For
The
kisses.
Psy Freak.
Whoa. Mega Mind. Wow, just not even shying away from that. Should have
Yeah,
got
right.
a bigger head.
And then you got Sparkball, and then the Saboteur.
Oh, that's fucking Raphael on the rooftops there. That's awesome.
Right?
Oh no!
Oh. Really? Fucking, I just charged my controller.
Did it run out of batteries?
I swear, I just charged this thing.
Yeah, you've been
I'm gonna
charging
go
it for a
ahead-
while. We did a whole
Yeah, I'm
Resident
gonna-
Evil.
Seriously, I'm gonna go and plug it in, but whatever. Anyway, and then he takes less energy to dodge, so that's kind of nice there.
Sentinel.
And then finally you got the Sentinel, which is your nice beefy boy who's going to get a base armor class increase and wield a Canalbo here.
Now, you know, I was gonna say mercenary, but now this Sentinel is really giving me vibes.
Fair enough.
Did you pick one of those? Can I ask?
I did.
Is it this one?
Pick a
No, it is not.
Then pick this one for me.
Sentinel shows
Perfect.
Yeah, you got it.
That's one way to do it.
And now you would begin to continue through the tutorial. We are not going to do that. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the game. You'll find that the tutorial basically plays through the trailer for the game.
But
which,
with your boy, which is kind of nice. Then they wouldn't have
Right.
to render that again.
Exactly. But I'll leave that for you guys to discover as you play through.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the menu here.
We're going back
and
to the
jump
Tim
a little bit
timeline?
ahead. Yes, because I kind of want to jump into the meat of this game.
Mm-hmm.
The tutorial area is kind of probably designed to be the best part, and if that's the case, we might be a little disappointed when we
Oh
get there.
no, the appetizer wasn't enough to appetize?
Quite.
Oh, Duke.
So, let's jump on forward. Now, I'm playing as the samurai.
Dope. And kind of
And-
what I expected.
Yes, and I think I chose the one that was furthest down on the list. I don't remember what the name of it was.
The
but
cutie pie.
Yeah, but I kind of I'm a little raccoon boy who's now running around, venturing out into the world.
He's very
And
cute,
this
I must
is-
say.
Yeah, this is the world, and the world looks absolutely beautiful.
You can tell
And as
that
you're
was kind of the focus. Was the look.
Yes, totally. Graphically speaking, this game is gorgeous. I love the way, like, the fur doesn't look realistic, but it looks stylized enough to be cool.
It's got that switch rendering, you know, like where it just like interlaces itself in an interesting way, where it's
Yes.
a pattern that's saving on memory, but it's like maybe repeating in a certain way to save on memory, but it still looks good enough, you know,
Yes.
to catch your eye
And
to translate.
and when you're running around, you can hit a sprint button, and that'll make you run on all fours, and it's adorable.
Wait,
Yeah,
how
you're
does he
little-
sheath the weapon? Can we get a good view of that? Like, does he?
Oh, we
pull it-
got double swords on the back. How
Yeah,
does he
does-
unsheath it?
yeah.
Like that?
And then how do you sheath it when you hold the run button? Like if you just. Oh,
Like so.
it's so cute.
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, pretty cute. And you have the ability to switch between the weapons that you've got equipped by just hitting the D-pad here, and you got all your healing items and stuff. So, I mean, you know, it's certainly not the worst UI I've ever seen.
It's very. It seems like it's Fortnite translated to this game.
Glad to see
You know, translated to
kinda,
whatever
sorta.
this aesthetic is going for.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
a
I can see that.
post-apocalyptic, but life is growing.
But this is kind of where the game tends to fall a little flat for me.
You don't like the Millie Mog?
Most everything is delivered by Anthony Scordy, the narrator. And
Editor's note, Tim is completely wrong. The narrator of Biomutant is David Shaw Parker. We will be replacing each instance of his wrongness with David Shaw Parker. Thank you and have a good day.
it's a little removed from actually engaging with each individual character. So you always kind of feel like
he doesn't know what your connection is to this place.
the
but
third
something
person
tells him
in
you've
the group
stayed
because
true
everything
to
is
your
delivered to you in
heart.
third person. And it's just
It's
a little
getting
off-putting.
explained to you. Yeah. If I can draw a comparison, it's more Fable and the way the narration works in that, more so than like the narration in Hades. Or and Hades I feel like is a great example of recent narration done well.
Yeah.
Right? Hades
Where there is
giving
narration,
his
but there's
monologue.
also direct dialogue.
Yeah, yeah, like a mix.
Mm-hmm.
In your head talk happens a lot, and we kind of don't think about it in certain forms, like in comics and stuff. And it's very dynamic. It makes a character appear better. Builds a character better, I should say, too.
That's right.
And you tend to have this interaction a lot between the light and dark parts of yourself, so there's definitely a bit of... You were calling it Pixar before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally two toothlesses. And one of them smacks the other with a shovel.
And why don't they look more like you? So, because then they couldn't put it on T-shirts? I don't know.
Yeah. And now I've unlocked a psi point.
A PSI.
Yes.
Tell me
which I
about your
assume
PSI.
excuse me.
Excuse
They're out of
me.
date again.
You're right.
You must have
I
missed
will
something
excuse myself.
important.
Now, this is a character that you meet during the tutorial. His name is Out of Date, and he's basically a sloth-looking creature that you helped out when you were a kid.
If we could do extra teeth to be a sloth, I would have done that.
Yeah, it would be kind of nice if there were a couple of extra mutations like that.
Yeah, I want it to be a little less Sid the Sloth, a little more opening cans with my face.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between
And there's a lot of
Tapping his little
this.
teetering
A lot
on
of this kind of dialogue where everything is...
Exposition.
Yes.
Nothing but exposition, yeah.
And nothing but stakes.
Yeah, yeah. Things are growing and it's getting harder. Life.
Now,
Was I talking about penis? I'm sorry. Those words were bad that I said.
when we started this section, I literally just exited the tutorial, saved the game, and stopped. Now,
Because you knew this would be a humdinger.
I had a feeling that there was going to be a ton of this kind of stuff coming up, where it's not just base tutorial stuff that you have to deal with, it's constant tutorial stuff you have to deal with.
I think what we're experiencing is the bad part of tutorials that don't feel comforting in a way. It's more hand-holding and condescending talking to a kid. And I don't think people want to feel like they're kids, you know? I think that's where a lot of this comes from. And this storybook-style narration is nice, and I like the presentation of it, but I feel like this might be a game you play completely silent and just have it read to you like a storybook, you know?
Yeah.
And just kind of, it's more of a choose-your-own-adventure / action game sometimes.
It's entirely possible that this game isn't made for the 35-year-old adult gamer.
Wait, what?
Maybe it is made for younger gamers, you know?
It definitely
who
looks
are-
like a teenager bridge the gap, you know?
They're capable of doing some of the more complex controls that they ask of you to get some of the better combat out of it, but, you know, might be more engaged in the trials and tribulations around the world tree
And the
its
story
four
and all
roots
that. It could
that
just
lead
be
up
we're
to
jaded.
Mushy Mosh Meyer. Yeah, we're definitely jaded.
Because I totally feel it. That's my last name.
The Surfapelago.
I'm pretty
the
sure.
Fnacky leaves.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, I know,
Whoa.
right? But so
Another
that's
fork.
minor quibbles
It's
with
either
the
the
story and
crumble or the
constantly
motor
being
brick.
taken over. It reminds me a lot of like a more expensive Flash game
Jeez.
in the way that it's just constantly telling you where to go and what to do.
Yeah, because it's trying to like almost hide the lack of programming. It feels like a demo
Yes.
in that way. It's trying to hide something,
Yes.
it feels like. But can I say...
That is a very good way of putting that.
Good. Okay. I'm understanding. I'm on the same bridge as
get
you.
over it.
We're driving
Yeah.
on the same highway. But
And-
if we were to change something of this game to fit something that we might like a little better, because the aesthetic seems pretty cool, like the post-apocalyptics and all that.
Can I help?
Let's say this had a vignette, fucking film grain on it. The narrator sounded a little more gritty. It would fit a little bit more with the comic book style, more so than like the Pixar sound that this narrator is going for. That's giving it more of a Fable storybook type of thing. You know, like I think that would make
Oh,
this.
are you hitting me too, you bastard?
I guess he is. I think
I was
unless you
helping
just
them.
killed your friend, that would suck. Unstoppable pig.
Yeah, that's a little special move that I can get.
Oh, it wasn't an
There's
insult.
there's no dedicated lock-on button. That's really annoying.
Yo, was this made for motion controls on the Switch? Is this just Fortnite?
And so this is okay. So I was talking earlier about how it falls flat in the story. This is where it starts falling flat in the gameplay.
Okay.
Starting off with the fact that there is no it's got a
Like a
lock-on when you get close enough.
Aim assist. Yeah.
Yes, a good bit of aim assist,
Uh-huh.
but nothing that lets you lock on with a camera and make sure you follow an enemy to their death.
Uh-huh.
And when it's continually trying to make you do these third-person dodges and camera rolls and shit, you really gotta have your camera working with you, not against you. Unfortunately, this one is exactly that.
Now, how good is the
Working
gun?
against
Does it balance itself out with its like hard aim? Like, 'cause
It actually
you
does
remember
really great damage. number
Yeah,
one,
because
but,
you are fighting tiny enemies, and I'm sure that things will get bigger, you know? And it might be way easier as, like, that's how the difficulty kind of progresses. Your character gets better, and it can fight those bigger targets a little easier.
I did
Sometimes
fight
they're
some
on
bigger
small.
enemies in the tutorial area.
Yeah.
They've
And
destroyed this area.
the gun
Muddied
does
up
make
what used to be
them
mud.
they're a much bigger target.
Yeah.
So, you know,
By
of
nature,
course it's
right?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot easier to shoot them. So but you still have to be within range. for
Totally,
it
yeah.
to
There's like
lock
a
on.
radius
Otherwise
of
you're
that target. Yeah.
right, you're just shooting down the barrel, which, you know, sometimes gets the job done, but sometimes not.
Yeah.
And you know, now we're trying to explore this big giant world, and when you, it's just
Things
the
are
whole
starting
thing
to feel out of control, I feel like, and it gets a bit overwhelming.
It feels incongruous.
Yeah,
I think is
yeah.
the word I'm looking for.
Out
here.
of control from a game design point.
Yes, and while it's trying to do a lot of things at the same time, and
not
not
on their own,
really, right? It's not really hitting them all together, and it's very difficult to describe exactly why. And I'm trying to do my best. I hope I'm getting close.
That's fair. Just feel it out, because we're unearthing some gripes, and this is good game talk. You know.
yeah, and I feel like that's
I wish I could feel it. I wish I could like try it.
Yeah, because that is where
Some of it
I think a
comes
lot
from,
of it
right?
comes in.
Yeah.
Is it feels
off.
like it's several things put together.
Says they're
You know what I mean?
strangers.
Okay.
They're at
Like
war.
it feels like it's several different games that have been stitched together, but none of them really mix.
Like if you
It's
got
like,
your hand cut off and tried to Moss Man them back together. Something like
Yes,
that.
I was gonna say it's like a salad, not a
They've
casserole.
already got word
Okay,
of an
yeah, there's no
intruder,
binder.
So he guesses the
Right.
sifu must
Yeah.
be very
And
interesting.
Some
maybe
creme fraiche,
I'm
maybe?
missing it because that has happened in the past where like there have been games that everybody loves and I'm just like I don't
There's something keeping me out of this.
get it. Yeah, but
Sometimes it's UI for me, because with the ADD and such. So sometimes I'm skeptical of my own perception. Like I'll say this, like
Sure, what
a
he
game
said.
that did that for me, that I was just having a hard time focusing on certain design elements. It was enemy design in Final Fantasy 15. I just couldn't get a good look at the enemies because the combat was so fast and was moving around so much, you know? So it was only the bigger enemies I could actually see and like enjoy the designs of more. So sometimes that stuff just kind of happens and they have too many able-visioned people, you know, and able-minded people at this studio maybe.
I mean, there's clearly a lot of talent that went into
Yeah,
this.
like it's not a
you
bad
know?
thing, but
Like we were saying,
even
it's
a great director can make a bad film.
it's a pretty game.
The news of a cold-blooded Ronin.
What
crossing
word
the
did you
Great
use?
Wall
I
through the
missed that.
crack in Bunker 101
I said it is a very pretty game.
Yeah, okay. For some reason, I was expecting you to say the word safe because that's the word I've been
He's
thinking.
referring to your rampage
Yeah.
through Bunker
Right?
101.
Safe in all its design choices. Like, oh, we got to put
Yeah.
gunplay in this. Well, let's do like a cool
something you have in
auto-aim
common.
thing. Aim assist, but let's not really refine it that much. Okay, what's next? Okay, dual wielding. That's cool, right? Let's put that in.
There's something about
You know,
your spirit that
it's like a love
sparks
letter,
memories of you
but
as a kid.
Go ahead.
little
He
off.
can still sense your
I do think you hit the nail on the head about something,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't
Sometimes one
feel
memory can
as
make another come to life.
refined.
He hasn't
As you would
thought
like it.
about
Now,
your movements
so this
for
is-
ages, even though she taught him a lot.
Oh my God,
He
the
was
story.
one of the original Wang Fu
Um,
disciples.
Your Muma
Yeah,
and Popsy
of course.
were the leaders of the animals
Your
before
Muma invented
chemicals
Wang Fu.
came and
Originally, it was
caused
based on
some of the
unarmed
animals to
combat
start
and the six
mutating
weapons,
and
the
taking
boomerang,
over.
Like in bad way?
And
the bow,
Like bad
Yeah.
mutate?
staff,
Okay.
the nunchuk,
And
the hook
you
chain.
kind of get so part of the reason why you have the eye patch is what happened to you in the past and
Oh,
why you
no.
can't really remember anything and blah blah blah
Unrest
blah.
is
You know,
the
the
land, and
again
there
the
are
very
rivals
safe
in all
choice for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The Daredevil.
And right, and
Jackie doesn't want a
it
new unity between the
tells
tribes. Their
you
goal is to become
about
omnipresent
the
and,
epic
most
story
important,
Yeah.
that you're supposed to be having
says
instead
there
of
is
just letting
some
you have it.
darkness in the
I've been
best of us,
in
even
dialogue
you, and suggests
for
you embrace
most
that
of
side
this
of you and
episode,
help
and
them
I started
push
it
the tribes
very
and
distinctly
let the world
after the
destroy
tutorial,
the
And it's
because I
weird.
wanted to see if that continued.
Yeah, it's really weird because we did a bunch of Persona Strikers episodes that is
But it
this,
seems your
but
mind took
it's so
control
dynamic
of that
and
big
it gives you
heart of
so much to
yours.
look at. And,
That's a sign
you know,
of strength.
Right.
it's not, when
Yes.
you use a narrator to deliver everything, you are literally signing
Sifu
up
was
to
waiting for
get a
something to
one-note
tip the balance
presentation.
in their favor, and with
And I
it,
What's he gonna
I'm not even
change?
paying the fuck attention to what's happening right now, and I really should. I should want to pay attention to this.
they might
Yeah.
believe in the
I mean,
greater
David
good
Shaw
and code of
Parker
honor,
is one of
but
the finest
uniting
voice
the
actors
tribes
of
and
our
saving
time.
the tree of life won't
But
change
even his
anything.
voice can't make me
Stop
interested
living in the past.
in what's going on right now because it's all not being delivered to me.
Yeah, something by nature is like missing from this. And
Kin must
technical
put an end
things
to the
aside,
war
I think it
before
all
war
comes
puts an
to
end them.
design
It'll
choices
cost
and
bruises and
UI. Like, this is not post-apocalyptic fantasy. This looks like Fortnite. Like,
they have no
the UI
intention of
looks
letting
like
this drag
copy
out,
and paste
or they'll
from
run the risk of teaching the
that.
enemy their
I'm not even
Yeah,
trying
like
to be
an-
negative.
like-
Like, I'm
He
pretty
wants you to
optimistic when it comes to
focus.
these kinds of games. But
These are the new rival outcasts.
and I'm not saying this is
your
bad.
tribe
It's
needs
just
to take
a mismatch
control
for
of.
some reason.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Even in the trailer we
I mean-
watched, like, that wasn't in the marketing. It wasn't go
He
on a
says you'll
mystical
regret
quest
not
as,
being
you
on
know,
their
like,
side. The only way you
It wasn't
learn
delivered
their
like an
secrets,
RPG.
Wong Fu and the tribe weapon now.
The designs
is
are cool.
If you defeat
I like this
him.
boy.
And that will never happen.
No, he's too badass.
Okay.
And he'll tell us that, but will he show us how cool he is?
Even if you
Right.
see
So
the world
that's,
differently,
I guess I
you
just
must
made a
pick
choice
soon
as to
as
these two
hard as you
factions that I'm
can.
going to support.
Ah,
Outcome
okay.
of this war
So that was the other
Interesting.
faction telling me, if you want my skills now, you got to come and beat us.
tells you
And
not to
I
be
guess
afraid.
that's something we're going to
Your
do.
fate cannot be taken from you.
Huh.
Claim
Sure.
the rival outposts and
Earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Ooh, the tribe
Ooh,
weapon.
do you think that's a new class that you'd get, or do you think you'll stick as your class and just get a new weapon?
Your Muma taught each disciple a weapon.
Because I'm down for switching classes. Like that's one of my kinks.
Your war, but
That's an excellent question. I don't know.
Seeing
I know that I don't have anything for that in the UI at the moment, but that
No,
doesn't
yeah.
necessarily guarantee anything.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village.
Oh
Even
my
he said
sweet
anyway.
Christ.
rival outpost.
Anyway, moving
No
on. We
time to be
we rambled a bit there.
War
Narrator
doesn't
said.
wait.
You know,
Still going.
It's
have you
always the
played?
little
You've played
things
Final
you
Fantasy
remember.
games, the old
And with
schools.
you, it's
You know,
pretty much
Yep.
the
the
only
old
thing you
JRPGs.
Lots of them. Lots of them.
I think the thing is, and something that's prevalent in the newest Dragon Quest, not originally having any Japanese dialogue at launch, the way those games are made, ooh boy, the way those games are made is to have dialogue you can read and quickly kind of skim through it. It's all flavor text, you know, and while that's
Right.
good, while more is good when it comes to games sometimes and media and, you know, getting a story, sometimes less is better. And I think everything that we've experienced in this game so far, and how long, like, how long's the recording been going?
28 minutes so far.
28 minutes roughly. Like, I think that could have been a 1-2 minute cutscene and been shown to us instead of explained to us. And I think what would have been awesome is if this game maybe, not that the narrator's bad, again, just some disconnect, if there was no dialogue, if the narrator didn't give dialogue, just said they're looking at each other weird, or like just kind of translating their body language, you know?
Yeah.
That would have been interesting for animals. But yeah.
So let's
I don't
check
know.
out that level up system. How about that?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
We've bagged on a lot so far. Let's so this is the menu.
Yeah. That
And that's pretty clean.
that's I think that background is from No Man's Sky. Pretty sure.
You're probably right.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the
And we can choose to upgrade one of our stats by 10%. By 10 points, rather. I'm going to do, I guess...
Yeah,
I
like,
like being able to move faster.
Yep, nope, yep, that's the thing.
That's nice.
See, in my
And-
Fallout games, I usually just use the console commands to go faster. Because that's a right, not a privilege.
Yeah, right. And here you can find how your aura is being reflected.
Okay, so your karma indicator. That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it changes how you make choices. Changes as you make choices in dialogue and interact with captives and civilians throughout the game. These choices and interactions can award you with side points that you can use to unlock powers at Psionic Totem. Certain powers can only be unlocked if your aura is dark or light. So there you go.
Sometimes I think that these games have too much technology. I think that if this game was made for the
That's-
PS1, like if we get a
Kind
demake,
of what we're getting to.
you know, if we get a
Yeah.
demake of this, like this could be more interesting because it's forced to be presented in a tighter package, you know?
Yeah.
This is just the Final Fantasy VII remake screen, you know, when you got your new
so
powers.
the big draw of this game is this ability to biomutate.
Yay.
Okay. And you can biomutate in 3 different ways. You got biogenetics, PSI-POWERS, and upgrade resistance.
Of course.
Biogenetics gives you some neat little powers, but you can only get those by gathering bio points from certain monsters that drop them.
Okay, so it doesn't look like they're unique to, like the currency, the bio points is not unique to what kind of power it is. It's just
No.
generic bucks,
Correct.
bio bucks. Okay.
Yeah. And it's stuff like Vile Bile, which lets you
Yeah.
spew poison on the ground, which is the one that I've got right now.
Cool.
Moth Mouth, that lets you spit out little moths that make enemies attack each other.
I get that. Yeah, it's my medication.
Fungi, it's a bouncing ability that lets you jump up and or jump enemies up into the air, and then you can kind of juggle them.
I like that you can
Rad
reuse your
Wisps.
spring on an enemy. That's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
basically a needler that deals radioactive damage.
I hope it has the sound.
Storm Hop. There's a nice little explosion going down that knocks enemies up in the air, and you can kind of keep attacking them and stuff. So it's a lot of different combat abilities that kind of change the way you can engage in combat, but all they ultimately do is either knock things up, knock things down, or some area in between so that you can follow up with what essentially is kind of clunky combat mechanics.
What is
And
it?
then
Is it like
there's
a mash
this.
system when you're fighting? Is it just
Yes.
button mash? No
Yeah,
holding,
yeah,
no
yeah.
like timed stinger
And it's
forward?
all regular attack. There is no heavy attack to mix in
Oh,
with.
that's such an easy way to do it.
I know.
Warriors did it.
My Wung Fu, you do get certain,
See a doctor for that.
here's all your basic abilities that,
yep.
of course, you have automatically unlocked, and some maneuvers that you
God.
get there. But, like, I unlocked this, the Unstoppable Pig that you saw.
Yeah,
that was a
yeah.
move that I unlocked here. And that is done with just a simple XXY. That's it.
I mean, at least
And
you
that
have
does
the
that whole
Y,
thing with
but yeah.
And then right trigger, which is, I think, using your guns. So gun, and pressing Y.
So more of a sequence.
Which I guess is your
yeah.
special attack. Right. So, but the Y doesn't function as a special attack, like a heavy attack normally.
It should. I think that's where they wanted to have skills and mapping, button combos, and make this what RPGs, I guess, kind of try to be, which is an offline MMO, you know? And I think they bit off a bit more than they could chew, or at least more than your average gamer could chew, you know? This is a lot to throw at you to not refine much of it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They are very cool ideas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all. I could pick any skill, and there's a game that does it well. You know, they're all iconic.
Like, that's literally Force Lightning.
Yeah. There's no
That's
bad ideas
TK.
here.
Levitation.
Yeah.
You know.
That's literally right out of Control from the Unreal Engine.
Oh my god. Okay, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see that one again. Can we?
Force Lightning is light, and then this fucking satellite of death.
Oh hell
is
yeah!
dark.
All right.
Yeah. But
Good idea though.
so I think that ultimately I stick by my initial review of it's got a lot of really great ideas. I could dual wield guns.
Kind of cool. There's just
Yeah,
something
if
missing that would bind these things together. I feel like is what we're getting at.
Yes. Yes, that is a very accurate summation. And I want to like it. I want to try and enjoy this game, but for some reason, it's just clunky
It's just
and confusing, and there are just some weird design choices that I think keep it from being as good as it could be.
And as it definitely
Does that make
wants to
sense?
be. Yeah.
Yeah, because clearly, like I said, there's obviously
talent.
an intent to make this really great.
Yeah. And it
And
could
it
be
is-
in this generation of just update it, you know?
I think it has a lot to do with just tightening up some of the controls, making the camera work a little bit better with you when you're in combat.
Yeah.
And
Something about the narration too. Definitely
that
is something
dialogue,
for me.
yeah, that dialogue is just not gonna cut it.
And who knows whose decision it was, if it was his decision or if it was whoever his director was, you know, just saying, no, more like a storybook. You're mystical, more whimsy, you know, like the scene with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
In
And
that one
it
movie.
also doesn't help that they make him talk like one of the heffalumps in Mass Effect.
Right? That's the thing.
Where
It's not much energy
like-
in there.
And they're usually missing their subjects
Yeah.
of the sentences. You
Like
know,
we
it's-
do
they're
when
very
we're barely
disjointed
paying attention
sentences.
and trying to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, I will kind of keep at this here and
Yeah.
there and see if it rectifies some of those mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
It's a
you know
good
what?
first look. Okay,
Here's
yeah,
a big enemy.
Let's do this.
The wonky mump.
Yeah, I love it.
God.
Yeah, let's
So
see
Disney.
how this goes. I'm liking it so far already.
Yeah. And so I'm going to try and dodge. It's only level 4. I'm level 3, so I should be able to take something like
Should
this.
be
But I
okay.
don't have a lock on to be able to lock the camera onto the motherfucker.
So
that's immediately annoying.
This is feeling more like a Monster Hunter, or a Freedom Wars, or a Tokaiden, like the way that this combat is feeling right now.
I can see that.
Ready to take on the world.
And
Where
then
it's
I'm
a lot of
supposed to be able to jump in here and then slice and
Lost Planet. Have you played those?
Lost Planet's the one with the where you gotta like watch your temperature, right?
I think so.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
you
like
get,
the
like,
third-person snowy thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
yeah.
it's similar kind of. You're strafing most of the time, strafe and shoot, kind of deal.
Half dead.
All right. Well.
Oh Jesus.
I didn't know he had magnet ground.
Yeah.
God.
So.
Okay.
Because of a lot of the ways that the game feels clunky, it doesn't lend itself to the kind of quick action moments that it's requiring of you in some of the harder combat segments.
I thought you just went to the fucking main menu. I thought that was it. And I was like,
I know.
whoa, that was a loading screen. That was a default
Okay, so he's gonna
placeholder
do
loading
that.
screen.
and I'm
There you
gonna
go.
dodge again.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta dodge 3 times.
Yeah, you got to Dark Souls the timing a bit. And this is where I hate to sound douchey, like the being a gamer stuff really comes out here because you start paying attention to animations and boss tells, and I don't know if you noticed, there's sound effects over the wonky mump's head sometimes. Automatopoeias, it'll say like thump or plunk or something, and that could be an attack starting.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I can see
there's
that.
some UI indicators that might be trying to do their job, they're just not really in the right places.
Or as intuitive as the designers might think
Click
that they
is
are.
nice though. I do like that a lot. That is a very
Yeah.
nice way. You're already looking there. It's not a weird symbol. It's click, click. It's a sound effect.
Ouch.
I love it. Look.
Go and get some healing off there.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna say, Tim, I think your life would be like sustained
Ouch.
better if you used your tongue tickly. Yeah.
Or my dandy candy.
Yeah, well that I wasn't really thinking much about, but for next time now I know. Whoa, there you go.
Because dandy candy is dandy.
That's the damage. That's the dandy damage that we're looking for. You can't. Ah! Yeah, maybe you can.
Let's say I really want to like get up here and kind of stay in his face a little bit, but I can't seem to do that.
If he
Doesn't want me to.
No, it really doesn't. That's the no-fly zone.
I mean, all it kind of wants me to do is just hit the dodge button and stay around his feet and keep hitting the X button until he dies.
So far, large enemy combat is Shadow of the Colossus without the climbing, and it's just like little dioramas.
You know, without the things that make it interesting
Little
and fun.
toys, yeah. But that looked like a spectacle, you know what I mean? Like, that the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Like, that looked very cool. But
there's no chest, there's no
mesh, no hitbox when you walk into him.
reward. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
this is Monster Hunter.
His eyes are still open.
Oh, they are. I thought they were closed.
I don't know
No,
that
they're
I
open.
necessarily like the symbols that are carved into his flesh.
I like that
either.
a lot. I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll offend some witch from
Yeah.
Salem, but not
Anyway.
I.
Well,
Except the black cat.
let me know what you think down in the comments below.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of explored a decent amount of this game, and
Gave it some good thoughts, I think.
Yeah.
An
I
analysis.
wish
Time
it
is
was
lost on this
as
place,
good
but it
as
evokes a
it
tingling
as the package
sensation.
presented
There's
itself to
something
be.
special about
It just doesn't
Pulling
feel
closer.
quite done yet.
I
think is what I'm gonna get around to.
Yeah, I think especially
Yeah.
because this is THQ Nordic, I believe. Like, especially being a
Yeah.
part of a company like THQ, I feel like I'm sure there was. I'm always the optimist, but I'm sure there was some studio pressure to get this done sooner. And
Oh, also you pee on signs to mark them for fast travel.
all right, well, fucking scrap everything I said. This game's great.
That's
10 out
the
of
best part of the game.
10 out of 10.
That is the best part of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That's for sure.
You know what they say? X marks the spot, but really what you're just doing is you're doing the first half of 10 out of 10 in Roman numerals.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you back here next time. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if you want us to continue waddling around in this world, because I mean,
The first
you know,
look was a good first look.
At least my character's cute.
I mean,
He's very cute.
I gotta go.
Bye, everybody.